Hello everyone, welcome back to Studies Board Hub. If you are struggling with your SIMnet assignment, Access 2021 in Practice Chapter 3, Guided Project 322, in our today's tutorial we are going to solve step by step. So click on the star file. So I have already downloaded the file here, so simply I will open the file. So let's move toward the instruction. So I have already opened the file and the file will be renamed automatically, and we have enabled content in the database. So in our fourth instruction, click the query design button and double click the sailboat fleet table to add it into the query design window, and double click the SD rentals table to add it to the query design window. Okay, so we will go to the create option and we will click on the query design. Okay, so click on the sailboat fleet and click on the SD rentals. And okay, we have to close the task pane. So simply click on the close option. And in our next instruction, right click inside each table to open the context menu and select size to fit. So click on the right click on the table sailboat fleet and click on size to fit, and same we will have to do with the SD rentals. So we have pick the size and click the drop down arrow in the first row field and of the query design grid and select SD rental FK port ID. So in the field row, click on the SD rental FK port ID. Okay, so click the second cell in the field row, click the drop down arrow and select the sailboat fleet dot boat type. So sailboat fleet dot boat type. So in our next third cell field row, click drop down arrow and select the sailboat fleet full day rental rates. So click on the third and we will have to sailboat fleet full day rental rate. So click the fourth cell in the field row and select SD rentals for our rentals. So we'll have to add the SD rentals for our rentals. So okay, click the total button, click on the total button, and we have here in query design the total button. You can see that, and simply click on the total button. Okay, so click the run button to execute the query. The query should open in datasheet view and display 13 records. This query only shows boats that have been rented. At most port ID appears in 2 rows. One row if the 4-hour rental box is checked, and another row if the 4-hour rental box is not checked. So just 1 hour query, and you can see that we have the checked post against 4-hour rentals, and we have the unchecked posts as well. So in our next instruction, click the view button and select the design view option to switch back to the design view of the query. So we will go back to the view option and we will have click on the design view to see it again in the query design. Okay, so in our next instruction, click the total row cell of the full day rental field. Click the drop down arrow and select sum. Total row of cell full day rental rate, and click the drop down arrow and select sum. Okay, so click the total row cell of the full day rental rate field and click the drop down arrow and select sum. So here we have the full day rental field and we will click on the total and we will select the sum here. Click the total row cell for the 4 hours rental field and click the drop down arrow and select where. This caused the show raw checkbox for the 4-hour rental field to be deselected. Okay, so in our 4 hours rental, we have to click on the where, and the show box is empty. Okay, so in our next instruction, click the criteria row cell for the 4 hours rental field and enter no. The intelligence feature in Access may suggest a value of now while you are typing. Press the escape key to hide the list and then tab out of the field. So query window should look similar to the figure we have given. So we will have the criteria here and we will add the no and we will press the escape button. Okay, so in our next instruction, we have click the run button. The query should open in datasheet view and display 7 record. So click on the one option and we can see here that we have the 7 records here. Okay, so in our next instruction, click the save button and save the query as full day rentals by both summary. So we will save the query with the name of full day rentals by both simply and click on the OK. So in our next instruction, open the SD rentals table in datasheet view. Click the drop down arrow in the board ID and find name cell and select the sort A to Z option. So we have to open the SD rental tables into datasheet tab and we have to click on the drop down arrow both ID full name and we have to sort A to Z. Okay, so we have completed all the instruction here. So we have solved the queries and table. So we have got the 100% score in our first step. Stay connected for the next project, and if you need if you need the full solution or you need any sort of guidance, please don't forget to contact me. So stay connected and thanks for watching.